God has been tugging on your heart and has been calling you to a specific purpose, a specific calling, a specific direction. But you're too distracted. You're on your phone. You're going out with people that you're trying to impress that will never be impressed by you no matter how much you try to please them. And you're constantly chasing validation and fulfillment from materialistic things and from other people that will forget about you the next day. All the things that you're yearning for, all the things that you're seeking after can't give you that true fulfillment that God has promised you. Why do we go our own way? Why do we continue to ignore the calling that God has placed us on, even though He said in the Bible that He has plans for us to prosper us, not to harm us? It's our flesh. This video is basically breaking down why it's extremely important to understand the calling God has for you. Not to idolize that calling, not to put that purpose and calling on a pedestal, but to embrace it. To understand that with this calling, with this purpose that God has for you, it's not going to be an easy road, but it's well worth it in the end. A great example of this is Jonah chapter 1 at verse 3. It says, "But Jonah ran away from the Lord, and he headed for Tarshish. He went to Joppa when he found out a ship was about to leave that port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord." You can be ambitious enough to run, but running from God delays your purpose. Another great example is Proverbs chapter 13 at verse 4. It says, "The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied." Wanting success without putting in the work, especially in God's will, leads to frustration. There's an old saying that my dad used to say, that his dad used to say, "All the gold mines are in the graveyards." What that means is there are so many people that died with their dreams and their God-given gifts, but never had the cojones and they never had the mindset to actually fulfill it. And I know that sounds pretty harsh. Yeah, sometimes life hits us with curveballs and things are unexpected, so we get a little bit of a setback. And I understand that I had a setback last year and I wasn't able to run my business for a full year, but I didn't let that stop me. Failure is an illusion. Failure is when you completely give up. The difference between Judas and Peter is that after Judas betrayed Christ, he gave up. He let the guilt eat him alive and he went and hung himself. After Peter denied Jesus 3 times, yes, he was overwhelmed with guilt, but he went back to the Father. He went back to the kingdom and God accepted him. And now we know the difference between how their stories ended. Peter went on to become one of the greatest apostles, one of the greatest pioneers of the faith. And Judas was just known as the man that betrayed Jesus. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. Are you going to continue to go your way? You're going to continue to have that secret sin? Are you going to continue to fall down the path because other people around you are doing it? Or are you going to be still and know that Jesus Christ is God and He has a plan for you? You might not see it now and it might be frustrating. You don't know what your gift is. You don't know what you're meant to do in life. You feel like you're in a matrix, going to a 9-to-5 and just living as a lab rat, not knowing what to do. I've been there. I'm still there. I'm still learning. But the difference is I'm actually acknowledging that my purpose on this planet is more than pleasing others. I have to please the one who sent me, which is God Himself. God is the author of our lives. And whether or not we choose to acknowledge that and follow that is up to us because He gave us the free will to do so. I encourage you to follow Him with your whole heart. He will give you the purpose. He will give you the calling. I'll end with this. James chapter 4 at verse 17, it says, "So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin." If you know God has called you to do something and you delay it or ignore it, that is a blatant sign of disobedience, not just procrastination. And this is a warning against laziness. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 9 through 11. "How long will you lie there, O sluggard? When will you arise for your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man." Laziness causes spiritual and physical poverty. You can't prosper ignoring God's timing. Guys, that was the message for today. If you want more, I'll definitely be back with more videos. Like and subscribe. God bless everybody. Peace.